Morning, folks. We are back. We are at it again. Only this time it's Saturday morning, and I haven't had an opportunity to do this on a Saturday morning yet. So, happy Saturday to all. We're live in Wiltshire, England. Going to take the normal shot that I always go for, where I've got a nice bit of point of reference. Got some buildings there. We've got some trees, and hopefully that flying saucer's around today. I don't want to be at this all day. I've got stuff I've got to get on with, but I definitely will be doing the morning here just to see if we can come up with anything similar to what we had yesterday. I'll be so made up if we can just get that saucer back on track. Okay, there we go. Sort out all the bits that I've got to do before I concentrate on the screen. Picture up there from yesterday, I think. Morning, Susu. Thought I would see you in here. I just had a feeling. Oh, sorry about that. Just had to quickly blow my nose. Right, I'm good. Good morning. Coffee's in hand. We've got a really decent bit of picture here actually today. Looks good. Sun's not out, but that's all right. It's 9:42 in the morning, so a little bit early, but let's say we'll go to about 12, 1 o'clock. We'll see how we get on. Big shout out to Jeff Mara last night for putting the interview up. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you, Susu. Thank you very much. And if you are new to the channel, please jump into the live chat. I'd love to talk to you. If you've got any questions, you can fire away. And apologies for going live at stupid o'clock in the morning over here. I guess it's really early in the US and late afternoon in Australia. We have had one object already, guys. Already, look at this thing. Hockey Puck UAP, left hand side there. Perfect. They're out there, guys. They're out there. That took all of 4 minutes to capture that one. Just 4 minutes, guys. We're on our first UFO already. I'm glad you liked the interview. Obviously, I hope his audience did as well, right? It's had like 6,000 views already, so let's see. Sorry guys, I was just reading the comments on the actual show, just trying to, engage with their audience, answer any questions, stuff like that. And yeah, really, really, really positive response. There was only one person in the comments so far that said, bugs. Everyone else was like, just really supportive. So, yeah, just can't go wrong with that, really. Can't go wrong with that. Hopefully it hits home. A few people get in contact. I've already had a few emails from people wanting to send me stuff. So, yeah, good stuff. Just really, really cool comments. I'm still going through the comments here. Oh, cool. Robert, custodian file. He donated £20 to Jeff Mara for having me on the show. That's brilliant, isn't it, eh? Eh? Oh, hiya, Helen. Welcome to the channel. Sorry, I was just lost in the comments, actually, on the Jeff Mara show, where the interview last night went out, and I was just trying to reply to people. It's nearly 10 o'clock in the morning here in the UK, so I just woke up, had a coffee. I really wanted to get a live stream out on a Saturday, so here I am. But at the same time, I was trying to get the comments in as well to try and engage with you guys, actually, with the audience from Jeff's side, just to find out a little bit more, really, and answer some questions. So appreciate you coming on. Thank you. You're most welcome here. So just to give you a little bit of insight as to what's going on, the tree line that you're seeing at the back there, that's 260 yards away from my window. The house is about 240, 250, and yeah, we're getting UAP pop up from behind either the house or the tree line, and they're shooting out really fast, and on occasion we're getting a really clear close-up image of these things as well. Ah, awesome. Lovely. I bet it's a bit warmer over in Thailand than it is in the UK at the moment. Where are you originally from? We have had one UAP already, by the way. It took all of 4 minutes, but we had a Dragon UAP, and it did come just right down the screen, clear as day. But we tend to get more activity within the next sort of hour or two. It is a slow start in the mornings here, and by midday it's just high activity over there, or at least it has been. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I mean, do you know what? I would love for someone to get cameras in the sky over in Thailand. That's one country I haven't covered yet. I've covered most of Europe, America, Canada, Australia. I've covered a lot of countries, but I've never covered Thailand. We've had, like I say, a few countries over Europe. We've had. I'm pretty sure Dubai. We've had something in Dubai as well. Egypt. Yeah, similar. All the same objects as what I'm seeing out this window. So it'd be interesting just to get a little more in. If ever you record, feel free to send it in to me. Whoa, there we go. That straight line. That was just a straight line. A little bit out of focus, but it was quick. Very, very quick. I used to work in London back in the day, but obviously I'm now in Wiltshire, England, southwest, which is, I'd much prefer it, to be honest. Less choppy, you know, less rushed. Awesome. I'm loving that. I've got a lady in Australia called Maggie, and she has her little group meetings as well, and talks about what they're recording and stuff like that. And yeah, I think it's really important that people come together on this and really do as much research as they can. Good morning, Susan. Sleep well, darling? I think Jay will be popping in shortly as well. Probably a little bit early for him. He's probably he was up till like 3 o'clock in the morning with me, thereabouts. That's good to hear, Susan. Good to hear. Any plans for today? I'm really adamant that I'm going to capture this saucer again. It's got to be done, innit? It's got to be done. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, folks. If you've just joined us, we're in Wiltshire, England. We've got a radar detector. Let's just start again. We've got a radar detector underneath the phone, pointing to the tree line. Tree line's 260 yards away. We've already had UAP. Took 4 minutes to get our first UAP today, and I feel like we're going to get more as the morning goes on. Bless you. Oh, don't worry. If something big happens, you'll hear me squealing. Don't worry. I'll be on the phone to you. Susan. There's a fairy outside my window, Susan. Absolutely, Helen. Yes, it's all this. So what I'm trying to do is raise awareness, and orbs, light tubes, all that sort of thing. In my opinion, it's all related to UAP. So yeah, absolutely, I'd be very interested. I've got evidence of UAP with orbs, with other light craft as well. And these fairy looking things. So yes, it's all related. I'd like to see it all. Absolutely. You could I would email it over because I can analyse it. I can analyse it properly once I have the file. But by all means, share it on the Facebook group as well if you're already on there. Please do, yeah. I've already. Do you know what? Since the interview went out last night, I've already had 2 or 3 emails from Jeff's audience there, and can't wait to have a look at some of this stuff. This isn't normally what I do, folks. It's just that where the UAP activity's been outside the window, I'm doing live streams regularly now, but I still will be doing the evening videos, so there's going to be some variety, don't worry. Morning, I am. Yes, took 4 minutes. We had a first dragon, and I think we've had 1 or 2 more since then as well. But it normally gets busier as the morning goes on. So no radio hits so far. Radio detector's been quiet. It's relatively quiet out there. But as the wildlife picks up, I believe we'll see more UAP tagging the birds and stuff, and we're going to get a busy day out of it, I think. Yeah, no rush, Helen. No rush. Let me know if you need my details. I'm just going to pop the charger in my phone so that we ain't got to worry about it later. There we are. A little bit of sun there trying to peek through. We'll see how that goes. I'm sure we're going to see some more faces in the live chat soon as well. We've got a decent community here behind us. Let's have a look. Right, just gone 10. I feel like we're going to get some action now within this hour. It should start picking up, right? Tends to start slow and end slow, and around the midday mark it just goes off the hook. So let's see. Oh, there you go. There's one. Just for those that were just wondering what I'm talking about, it just comes from the back of the tree line and shoots out into the sky there. It wasn't quite as fast as the other. Well, yes, it was actually. It was quite fast. And like I said, the tree line's 260 yards away. It's only a small object, that one, or at least it's probably further away than the trees. But yeah, they're up there, folks. They're up there. Now, why am I recording this spot every day? I mean, other than the fact that they're a UAP coming past, I feel like they are travelling either through the ground, or they're using their own. They've got their own flight path, so to speak. You could call it a star map or whatever. And I feel like they use this area to go to and from other areas. Whether there's a portal there, or they use something in the ground, or they just go right through the ground and out the other side. I don't know. Who knows? Exactly that, Helen. Yeah, exactly that. There's a field. There's a field behind these trees, and we walked over there the other day. Me and one of the viewers, and he flew his drone above this tree line here. We've got the live feed. Uh, Obviously, I recorded, and yeah, he got tagged by so many of these UAP, and within 5 minutes, the drone had lost power and dropped out of the sky. So we know that there was a lot there. It was like kicking a hornet's nest the moment it went up, and it was just crazy busy that day. And then the next day, like I said, we filmed a bit longer and we captured a flying saucer go right across this shot. So they're out there. They're out there. I think it's only a matter of time before we capture the orbs and other objects that we haven't seen yet. I feel like it's only a matter of time, guys. Also, folks, consider a membership as well. We're going to be doing live UAP hunts over the course of this year, and members are welcome. You'll also get Discord access as well, so you'll have access to all the evidence that I've been showing on the channel. You can download it all, analyse it all. You can share your evidence on the Discord. If it's good enough, obviously, it makes the channel. Members can benefit from enhancement photos that I do for them as well. So if you need any photos done, if you're a member, send it over to me. I'll enhance the photo for you. Doesn't matter what it is, to be honest. Yeah, just get involved. Just get involved. My goal is to push disclosure of this topic. I'm not a scientist, so I'm not going to start pretending that I understand this fully, and I make up names for certain objects just because I just don't know what they are. But the idea: raise awareness, show people that they're out there, get the world recording. That's the goal. Susan just can't wait. Look, I'm gonna give you a date soon, real soon, and you'll probably be first to arrive, right? Even though you're furthest away. I can't wait. Can't wait. And while it's a bit nippy, Susan, we'll do it from here. Yeah, we'll get some people round. We'll do it right from this window. We'll get a nice dinner in. Go down to the Weatherspoons afterwards. Have a good chat, and we'll just record. I'll get Nathan over with his sightings. We'll do a nighttime one as well. And I feel like, we could probably, we could set like 2 or 3 cameras up at this window if we wanted to. Yeah, it's always a big question mark when you see like a star-like object in the sky and then it starts moving back and forth and doing kind of like different movements, and then you realise that stars don't move, and a plane just wouldn't do that. Like a plane has its flight path. Generally, when you see a plane, you see it, it's going away from you, and then it's gone. So when you've seen something a little bit suspicious. And there's also the hurdle of filming a UAP when you see one, and then trying to keep your camera steady, trying to keep yourself calm and collected. It's mental. It's just a mental moment for anyone, frantically trying to get your phone out. So, So I'm just fortunate here that I've got a windowsill. I can just stabilise the camera. I've got an area where they're prevalent. They're coming through quite regularly. In fact, guys, while we're live, and I've been doing this quite regular, I've actually got a self-portrait of one of these hockey pucks, and I'm going to stick it outside the window right now. And it's a clear message. The message is, I know what they look like, and for those that want to see the picture, that's what it is. It's in the picture frame, and I'm going to just put this and lean this outside. There we are. I mean, any UAP that's taking notice of what I'm doing, they're going to see that picture and go, damn, this guy's got a bloody self-portrait of one of us, you know, like, albeit it's one from Australia, but it doesn't matter. Hopefully, and I did this the other day, and it honestly, the UAP that were coming close to, not the camera, but they were edging a bit closer, you know, 100 yards, 150 yards away. Yeah, if you've got the evidence there, email it over and I'll have a look at it. Oh, there you go, fast mover, straight out the corner of that bush over the house. Really, really quick, that one. Let's see. I feel like we're gonna get some close-ups today. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen, folks. Awesome. I am awesome. Yeah, I've got a guy in East Texas, and he filmed the sun, and he captured lots of orbs and objects, sort of not near the sun, obviously, but just in line with the sun. Well, there you go, another one, guys. Whoa, there you go. 2 UAP. Did a little crisscross there. One come out from the bush, other one come from right to left. Evening, Tony. How are you, mate? Having another late one. I'm sorry if I keep you up, mate. I'm sorry if I keep you up. You could just do what Susan does and just walk off, go and do your chores or have a rest, and you'll hear me screaming if a saucer comes in. I mean, let's be honest. Let's be honest. I am. If you was a UAP and you could travel anywhere in the world, where would you go? I personally would go to Australia. You know, the wildlife there's amazing. Weather's good. You know, I'd go to Australia myself. I'm good, Tony. Thank you. I'm good. A little bit tired. We was up late last night. Morning, Blake. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the live feed. For anyone that's new to this live feed, guys, we're in Wiltshire, England. I'm filming those trees at 260 yards away from my camera. We have had UAP going from behind that tree line and behind this house here, shooting right up into the air, going right across the camera from left to right. None of these objects are close to my camera. The camera is actually situated inside this room that I'm in. So for anything to go right past the lens, it would have to fly into the flat first of all. Second of all, my window's wide open, so the closest object that can get to my camera would be 1.5 meters away. Okay, and thirdly, we're seeing the same objects all around the world right by this tree line, and they're coming in a little bit closer. Sometimes we're getting a nice close-up view, and we also captured a saucer just yesterday as well. Take care, Helen. Thanks for coming along. Appreciate you. Strange. Just trying to leave a comment. I was struggling with the comments last night on Jeff's channel. There, they kept being deleted. Jeff couldn't pin my comment for ages. We were trying, but I think we got there in the end. First of all, a decent night vision camera costs like £1,000, mate. And I've only been doing this 8 months, so I'm not there yet. Also, getting on the roof would be hard work, but we don't need to get on the roof. We can do it from here. The roof is only, I don't know, 20 feet above me. It's not even, so I wouldn't even. It was not needed really. But yeah, I mean, I've got a friend who lives local. He's got psionics, and hopefully he's going to come over and we will do a night shot just to see what it's like, really, see if we can get anything better. But the daytime stuff was where we're getting the detail. You know, at night you're just going to see lights, and they're not even, in my opinion, they're not even orbs. They're these hockey pucks that are just emitting white plasma so that they can show themselves. That's my opinion. But until we see anything different, I've got nothing else to go on really. fantastic, absolutely brilliant comments coming from Jeff's audience. I just can't believe it. Richard Auckland, yeah, I have, mate. I have heard of Richard Auckland. Why? Where are we at? I haven't, Tony. No, sorry, mate. I was just replying to people, but no, I haven't. Have you seen any stuff from the Mars image? I mean, I have seen some stuff about the Mars images and that, but you know, they're not going to tell us and the stuff we really want to know. It'll be all ifs and buts, won't it? So I don't. For anyone who's new to the channel, I don't work on ifs and buts too much. Hiya, Trekking. Good to have you on, mate. And it's funny you mentioned that, because honestly, and I'm not going to mention any names, but virtually all the UFO, UAP channels do not mention these objects. So I've seen, well, hell, I've seen, I'll mention one name because it happened recently and I actually put it on the channel, but Bennett Caspersite, for example, the other week, he was analysing some footage on X. One of these things zipped past and it wasn't what he was looking for. He noticed it and he couldn't process what it was, so he just put it down as a moving lamppost. It's a sad state of affairs when video analysts and UAP researchers are not picking up on these things, and literally 99% of people aren't. I look at X all the time and other platforms, and videos are uploaded, and they talk about the big objects. They never even talk about the small objects that are surrounding these things. They just get written off, you know. And the joke is as well, like, there might be a big balloon that's been let off into the air, and the Dragon UAP will recon that balloon to see what it is, but everyone will be fixated on the balloon. And you know, it will get thrown around, debunked, but no one actually picks out the real UAP. And this is where we need to raise awareness big time, because if the UAP researchers aren't noticing this stuff, that's a big problem. It's a big problem for disclosure, right? Interesting. It's a fast moving bird, that one. That's quick. So we're getting to the point, we just had another one on the right hand side there, so we're getting to the point where as the wildlife picks up and we see more birds, we're going to see a hell of a lot more dragon UAP. And maybe the picture I put outside the window there can stir some activity up. By the way, folks, tomorrow night I plan to get Karen's part 3 interview done, so have an eye out for that one. Keep your ears open, make sure your notifications are ticked. Honestly, like, I don't think anything can blow my mind anymore, Tone. It would have to be something like happening right in front of me to blow my mind now. So I've just seen too much and I'm just used to it now. I'm recording these things outside my window. I've had a fat flying saucer out there. I've had so many oh crap moments this year and last year. I'm just hardened to it now. I'm going to do my best to get a video out tonight as well, folks. I've got so much evidence that's come in. I've got to get it out there and go over it. It's been a busy week, so I've been slacking a little bit this week, but rest assured, we're going to get back on top of things. But while we're here, what's everyone's views on the pyramid then? They found some structures underneath the pyramid. Supposedly just found the structures. I feel like they've probably known about them for a while, but what do you guys think? Yeah, same here. Well, about five, 6 years ago, I started watching Robert, and then started doing my own research, you know. But it's got to a point now where I've had to start a channel, and oh, that was whoa, folks. We've got an object that's appeared from behind the tree line, and it's much larger than the dragons, or at least it just looks like a massive orb. I would say that's probably going to be the flying saucer, folks. Keep your eyes peeled, because that is bigger than a dragon, and I feel like it's going to make itself known on this live feed again. So just keep your eyes open. Big old orb that was. I mean, it looks just like an out of focus object, but folks, we've seen so many objects zip past this tree line and they're not out of focus. They're just not out of focus, guys. So when that comes along, I have to take that as that's a cloaked saucer. It sounds crazy, but when you see the thing arrive and it appears, it's just like, okay, it can do that. Absolutely. The thing is, mate, people don't have critical thinking brains, so what happens is they'll see one piece of evidence and they'll go, oh my god, that's undeniable, you know, I've seen it go behind there, it travels that fast, you can see it's faster than anything else, and they're totally on board. Then the next video they see, the object will look a little bit buggy, and all of a sudden the speed, the shape goes completely out the window, because they look at it and go, well, that's a bug. And what happens, I mean, these things mimic bugs and birds, and it's just happened again. That thing's just shot out from behind the tree line as I've been talking there. But yeah, I mean that's their goal, to mimic bugs, but they're not. You know, they move too fast, they give off radio hits, all that stuff. So whilst we can prove it, a lot of people go straight back into denial. And you can see why their technology is completely like, anyone that's like these are bugs, those people have been fooled by the mimicry. You know, the mimicry has done its job. I will agree with anyone. If someone says they look like bugs, I'll say, well, yeah, they do. They're meant to. You know, that's what they do. There are all kinds of maths. There are all kinds of mathematics that have been done regarding those pyramids. So the main pyramids that are there's something to do with the circumference, the measurement of the outside of the pyramid times like the width or something times the height, whatever it is, it mathematically equates to the size of the planet. So 25,000 miles, or however many miles that the planet is. I can't remember how many miles it is across. But yeah, one of the pyramids at least, if you do the maths and you work out from point to point, you know, etc., it actually works out to the same specifications as the Earth. I'll have to find. Do you know what? I'll have to find that doc and go over it, because it really is interesting. But yeah, carefully placed, clear. Oh, there you go, Dragon UAP. Yeah, I mean, look, these objects are here, which is good news. It's a good sign for us, because we're probably going to capture some decent stuff soon. But it just requires you to use the YouTube player, press pause, go back frame by frame. As soon as you see something, hit that space bar or just press pause. Go back 5 seconds, find the object again, press pause, and then use your arrow keys to go back frame by frame, and you will see these fast moving objects. You'll see them clearly as they come across the screen. And yeah. Also, guys, there's no bugs out there at the moment. It's quite cold in the UK. There are no flies at all that I've seen anyway this morning. Obviously, when it comes to summer, it's going to get a little bit more challenging. I will watch the code, mate. I will watch the code. I just don't have time for entertainment right now, buddy. I've got so many people saying, you need to look at this, you need to look at that, and I'm like, do you know how, like, I'm so busy with evidence, it's unbelievable. I mean, everybody makes everybody look stupid, don't they? Let's be honest. We know nothing about this topic, really. Anyone that's ever written a book or a film about this topic doesn't know all there is to know either. They might have a good idea, they might have a better idea than some, but honestly, like, no one really knows, do they? We have to try and work this out, make contact, actual contact, you know. None of this, I've summoned an orb using meditation and psionics or whatever. Actual contact would be good. You know, communication between myself and them, or just two beings communicating, that's what we want. You're getting a rough idea after 50 years, yeah. That's pretty much an accurate, result there. It takes a long time to get anywhere, right? And the technology hasn't exactly been around this past 20 years. It's only been the last 10 years we've had capabilities to even try and record these things properly. Honestly, I think the world's changing. Not the people on it, the actual planet is changing. I think it's got to do with frequencies and vibrations, and I think this planet is going to change to a point where we start seeing a hell of a lot more. And I think that's why it's imperative that we learn about this stuff now. I think that's why the ETs are saying that this has got to come out. It's got to come out, because the catastrophic disclosure is not what we want to see. Yeah, there'll be a lot of panic. But the human race, we like to get things backwards. We like to do things wrong. We like to be incompetent. So I really don't know what the future holds, but I feel like the next year or two it's going to be very, very interesting. This year specifically, you're going to see it ramping up as well. The sightings, you're going to see these things all over the place. So that's just my theory. We'll see what happens. I also think the next craze will be filming the sky. Once this thing comes out, a lot of people will be filming the sky. They'll be buying the best camera equipment. People like myself will be completely inundated. I'm already really busy. I'm more busier now than I've ever been. Yeah. And it's good. All the research you do, you'll find little snippets of observations which will be factual. We just don't know what they're doing in that moment to create that event. If a UAP suddenly turns into a bright red light, we can see that it's turning to a bright red light, but we don't actually know what it's doing in that moment. So again, it's just yeah, decode. Interesting. You're giving me so much to watch. I need to be able to get some work done as well. The rabbit hole's just far too big, isn't it? It's far too big. We can't get away from it. There's only one thing I will say on this channel, and that's for certain, is that we are not alone. These objects exist. That is 100% certain. The rest is a mystery. That's for us to solve. It's for the whole world to solve. Yeah, exciting times to be alive, for sure. I would probably agree with you. If we create too much negative force, we're not going to make it. And that's worrying, because I don't know how often this time comes round. Maybe once every 200 years. I don't know. How often does the world come round and want to change? We cannot bugger this up. We have to be on board and be accepting. Maybe take a step back as well, like I was saying yesterday. Rather than finding a new species and trying to cut its brain out to understand it, we need to probably take a step back and realise that these things are a bit above us, just a little bit above us. Yeah, yeah. It'll leave a lot of unanswered questions, won't it? I don't think that's the case though, Trekking. That's not, for me, that's not 100%. there's too much that we don't understand. I mean, when you say spiritual, that whole concept to me is made up. That's just from my perspective. What we perceive as spiritual is something that's translucent, intelligently moving, potentially alive. That's what we consider spiritual. But that doesn't mean it's some godlike entity. It just means that there's life out there that we do not understand, that takes a completely different shape and form. I'm not saying there isn't a God. There could well be a God. There could be a creator of all life. But just because we see something in the sky that we don't understand, whether it be a light, a UAP, something that can pass through a building, I am not going to go directly to God or spiritual, because I think they're all UAP. I just think they're all living beings in a world full of space, and we fill that space. Oh, dragon. Exactly. It's alive. It's a living organism in itself. I believe that the Earth is too precious and too beautiful. I had last year when I saw this stuff going on in Wales, I had a friend, and he's a pastor, funnily enough. He's really is a religious man, and I explained to him what we saw in Wales, and he said, "Man, can you not understand? That's an angel you're seeing." He hadn't seen the evidence. I was just telling him about it, and he was like, "I know that you can't see this, Rob, but that's an angel." And I said, "Okay, well, what about all the UAP that's surrounding this angel? All the black objects that were surrounding this angel?" And he didn't know what to say. You know, he was just talking on blind belief, but he didn't know what they were. And that's when I turned around to him and I said, "Look, you think this is an angel? You're just guessing. You're just guessing. For me, it's an object that is interacting with other UAP." You know, and he went quiet because he knows that. Why speculate? Just say it exactly as it is. You know. So they could be angels. I'm just not buying that, because angel again is a made up construct, and we haven't seen these Nephilim arrive. Okay, it's just in books. So again, the scriptures, does that mean that what they saw back then was what we're seeing now, and they just put a name on it? Yeah, they're definitely not here to destroy Earth. 100%. The Earth is far too precious. I feel like they would stop us actually if we was going to put the Earth in danger. So yeah, it makes sense to me. Life is precious, yeah. And if you think about this world, I mean, we're a planet spinning in the ocean. We're a planet spinning in space amongst billions of other planets, and it just so happens we can harbour life. You know, blue skies, oceans, sun, and there will be more planets like us, but they will all be just as precious as this one. You know, and I feel like any life that's out there will definitely want to look after a living world that shares space with dead planets. You know, this is absolutely is precious. Honestly, trekking, I think they're just one in the same, mate. They're just one in the same. I believe that. So like, the people that are seeing orbs in their gardens, in their bedrooms, I believe they're UAP. You know, I don't like. You've either got extraterrestrial, or you've got interdimensional, or you've got dimensional. There's no like. You know, they're the three aspects that we are aware of, and all of those instances, whether it be our instance, interdimensional or space, they've all got life. They all harbour life. You know. So we might see a spiritual entity but it's not spiritual like holy. It's spiritual like translucent, can go through walls, but it's alive. It just has a different makeup about itself. Pure energy, maybe pure conscious energy, you know. And if you look, if what Courtney Brown is saying is correct, consciousness is eternal. It can't be destroyed. And if that's the case, that would make us gods in our own right. It would make all of us gods because we're all conscious, which means we can't be destroyed. So, yeah, maybe. It's a difficult one though, isn't it? Distinguishing an actual dream from what's a message being portrayed in your mind. So folks, again, back of the tree line, big object is showing itself, big orb, not too sure if that's the saucer. I suspect it is. I feel like we're going to get this capture soon, guys. Keep your eyes peeled. It's there, it's definitely running about out there. Yes, spirituality is a human thing. It's a bit like the word ghost, you know. Oh, if someone says to you, I saw a ghost, what they really mean is they saw something that they think was dead, that was alive before, but now is dead. Yeah, that's when you say ghost, that's what people think. Like, it's a ghost from the past, you know. But reality is, it could just be a timeline overlapping with ours, and you're seeing something happening in the moment that you're also having in the same moment, you know. It doesn't mean it's a spiritual thing, it just means that it's another timeline. Or an ET's just walked in and said hi and you didn't even know about it. So that's where I'm at with that. I don't know, evidence doesn't really suggest anything else at the moment. I mean, here's the crack. Here's the deal, right? The Vatican are fully aware of these objects. They have their own telescope. They have their own. Well, since last year, they have a new manual, guidance, a step-by-step list. What to do if you encounter something anomalous. So, yeah, I mean, even the Vatican are on board with what I'm saying. That it's just life. It's just another life form. Again, Tony, look, I'm not going to watch something, it sound really compelling and then believe it. It just doesn't work like that. There are, put it this way, just to give you an idea, there are scientists out there in this world today that have degrees, done lifelong research, and I'm telling you now, they will look at this footage and they will say that's a bug. Right, so with that in mind, it doesn't matter how smart someone thinks they are on this topic, they are not going to get things right. Like I said, most UFO researchers don't even believe in these small movers. The Vatican knows, well, the Vatican only knows so much as well. They know these things are real. They've probably got an idea of where they come from. They've obviously been in contact, but they're not going to know everything. You know, again, they only get told what the beings want to tell them. Yeah, try tracking, try. Experimentation is what it's all about. And that's the goal, Tony. That's the goal. Trying to understand what these things are. And that's why I preach in this morning about communication. because I don't want to hear any third-party stories. I want to hear it from the horse's mouth. You know, I don't want to hear about UFO sightings. I want to see UFO sightings. So maybe I'll be waiting a little while for the communication part, but I'd much rather wait for the truth than dive a rabbit hole full of theories, because there's just no time. There's no time for theories. These things are out there. We can record them. We can research. So let's just do that. Of course, we're going to build all kinds of theories when we're watching these things as well. But at least it's theory based on real evidence, you know. Yeah, man, exciting times. Definitely, the goal is to get more people recording. If we can do that, happy days. Right, so look, we've had a few fast moving objects. I'm going to zoom right in now, go in as much as I can. And this is the zoom, and this is the shot where we had the gold. We had the money shots coming in. Let's just see if this makes any difference, if we can capture one of these things a bit closer up. I appreciate that, Tony, because there's a lot of people out there that would listen to what I've got to say and they would be like, no, God is real, how dare you? And that would be it. Yeah, belief right over evidence. I'm not, not saying he isn't real, but there's no evidence to really suggest that he is either. I say he because this is, again, this is pre-programmed brain. We all just assume that God is a he. Actually, from what we understand on this planet, the creator of life is female. They hold the eggs, they harbour the baby, they deliver the baby. So it wouldn't surprise me if God was a female. I ain't gonna lie. If there is one. Oh, we have an object that just zips up there. Yep. Let's see if we can't get a really good shot. Mother Earth's definitely female, yeah. I thought you might advocate for that, Susan. I had a feeling. Right, what's the time? 5 minutes past 11. It's getting to the point where it's going to get busier, right? Logic says. logic says it's going to get busier. It's just a natural, innate ability, isn't it? It's just an innate ability, Tony. So, you know, if you were reared from a young age to just sort of understand that you're a bird and that you're growing up and you can fly, and then you get caught in the rain, you know, your instinct will be to get under cover or to make a nest. And yeah, it just goes to show birds, even the smallest animals, they're conscious. They think things through, even if it's on a very basic level. Daniel Sarek. It's amazing stuff on the Facebook group, by the way, guys. This really is good stuff. Yeah. It's clever, isn't it? Clever old thing, life. Right, we're going to keep going about another hour, folks. If it doesn't pick up too much more, then I'm going to just call it an early stream, and I'll do a video for tonight. They've been out there, they're just not as busy as they were yesterday and the previous day, so I don't want to hold everyone all day looking at some trees. We'll just see what the next hour brings, and then we'll call it there, I think, depending on what's happening. They're having a lying. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. Just looking at the Facebook group and in my emails, I've got so much to show you guys over the course of the next few days. It's ridiculous. Yeah. Do you think they all went out down the pub, these UAP, and they're just all hung over? I think that's what it is. Oh, there you go. Fast mover, straight over the tree line there. Come on then, let's get some more. Let's get this saucer. Come on, saucer. I know you're out there. We've been going an hour and a half. We've probably had, I don't know, 10? Maybe we've had 10 UAP in an hour and a half. Nothing really close to the lens yet. No clear, obvious shots. Oh, I mean, there you go. just talking about obvious shots. That one's pretty obvious. Still not close, but shoots out from the tree line there. They're still there, guys. They're still there. It's a good sign. It means that we got half a chance. Radio detector's relatively quiet again. It's a bit of a waiting game, this, isn't it? Waiting for that clear UAP. I'm fairly sure I'm the only one on YouTube that does live streams for these things. So I'm yet to see how popular this will become, but for those that know about these things, I'm sure you'll all take some interest. And if you watch the video I put out yesterday, we captured a saucer from this very spot. Really, really good. Morning, folks that have just joined us. Welcome. We are live, Wiltshire, England. The same tree line that we're normally at, 260 yards away from the camera. We've got the radio detector out. It's 11:15 in the morning. So we are coming up to that peak hour where we're going to start getting more UAP. I feel like it's going to happen soon. The wildlife has woken up a little bit now. We've got lots of birds. So that bird you just saw across the camera there, that's how close the UAP can get to us. And they're coming up as big as that. Now I saw that bird out the window, and it was probably in line with that building there to the right hand side, so about 220, 230 yards away. magpie in the tree there. Looks massive, doesn't it? Just sat there. Another bird. Yep. It is a patience game for sure. You've got to be intently watching and waiting to get the gold when it comes to these UAP. They just move too fast. The sky's too big. It's very, very difficult. Unless you're, like I say, unless you're in a perfect area where you know these things come in, you're better off just waiting for planes, helicopters, that sort of thing. Or if you've got a nice big sky going over a city or a town, you've got a nice bit of elevation, then yeah, absolutely film. So we're actually pointing the camera south, and 34 miles south of me is Stonehenge. So we are pointing in that direction. It's just quite a way away. Still, these things can do 30 miles within a couple of seconds. they move that fast, guys. Yeah. No problem, mate, no problem. 60 miles an hour is nothing. There's nothing on these things. If all birds went 60 miles an hour, that would be alright. It would be easier. Some birds, when they dive, they actually go up to 200 miles an hour, and it becomes a bit of a challenge to find them, like to pick out the UAP. But there's another one right down on the tree, in the middle of the tree line. So it's a black object against the trees there, but really fast hockey puck. Just appears right in the middle of the screen, and it jumps a long way per frame. This is incredible stuff. Yeah, so like I just said there, like that object was moving 2,000 miles an hour across my screen. I only had to stop it and see where it was on the next frame to qualify that as a UAP. You know, it had the same look. It just moved fast enough for me to confirm. So yeah, 60 miles an hour wouldn't be enough. 200 miles an hour isn't enough. I still can tell. It'd have to be a really, really fast object. Put it this way, guys, if these UAP decided to slow down, we would struggle. If they decided to slow down to like 100 miles an hour, we'd probably struggle. We'd probably be like, that's a bird from a distance, or you know, whatever. But they're also, like, some of these things are the size of basketball, so if they were going 100 miles an hour, they would look a bit bigger as well, and people would start going, what the hell is that? So they'd have to change size a little bit, or use their technology But yeah, I mean, like I say, if they decide to go a bit smaller and go a bit slower, we are screwed. We're not going to find them easily. But something tells me they're not going to slow down, and they're not going to slow down because they put themselves at risk if they go too slow. So I think we'll be all right. Let's just hope they don't speed up, even more. They probably already are going stupidly fast and we can't even see them, but if for some reason they only stick into 2,000-3,000 miles an hour, then that's good. It's good for us. No, that's not the case, Tony. That is not the case, my friend. It depends on the size of the object, and it depends how far away you are from that object. So, to give you an example, if a soccer ball or a football, something that size, went past your face, like right past your face, it would have to travel over 35,000 miles an hour. So a lot more than that in order for you not to see it. Again, it depends on where it is, depends on the height, depends on the size of the plane, depends how fast it's actually going. Obviously, the higher up in the sky, the better chance you're going to see, you're going to have of seeing these things because it's further away. But yeah, scientists know if the football is kicked past your face, literally brushes past your nose, and it's going 35,000 miles an hour, you won't see it. So obviously, if that ball is going 35,000 miles an hour really high in the sky, you may see a glimmer, but that's it. You may just see a flicker. So size and distance and speed, those three factors determine whether you see an object or not. So if you imagine these hockey pucks, they're about the size of your hand. They're quite narrow and thin, and they're going 2,000 miles an hour. That's why we can see them on camera. We can't really see them with their eyes because the objects are so small, you know, and that's the problem. If they were larger, at the speed they're going at, we would see them, albeit they would still be quick, but we would see them. So the tracking, the DNA holds the answers. So once the spider has that DNA, it will have intuition. You know, it will have just normal intuition. It's a bit like anything really. That anything alive or conscious will have basic intuition. You know, eat, sleep, stay warm, don't hurt yourself. Those sort of things. Who was it in here the other day talking about dolphins? And they were talking about how much of their brain they use, which is a large number in compared to us. And it just makes you think, like, if dolphins had legs and arms and they were able to manufacture stuff, they would be well ahead of the game. They would be well ahead of us. But because they're restricted to the oceans and they got flippers, they're intelligent, but they have to stay in the oceans, and they can only do so much in there. So yeah, it's a crazy thing. So for anyone that's dragon, hello. So for anyone that's wondering, I will get a video out hopefully tonight, and it will just be going over some of the evidence from people. We've got some really good stuff as well, folks. Can't wait to show you guys. And I'm all about the enhancements as well, so if we get any clear pictures, I will do an enhancement on the channel for you all to see. And I would like to see the communities come together. Anyone who's joining us from the Jeff Mara podcast, welcome to the channel, and please ask questions, get involved, get to know some of the audience. We've got some really cool people here. They're doing fantastic work, and just a joy to talk to, and I can't wait to get on the UFO hunts with some of these guys as well. It's going to be epic, it really is. Still no. I mean, we've had the dragons coming through, guys, but it's nowhere near as busy as it was yesterday. It was so busy yesterday. I was just ignoring some objects because we've just seen them so frequently. Welcome, Brandon. Good to see you from Utah. Yeah, fantastic. We've actually had some evidence coming from Utah in the past. So, cameras in the skies, Brandon. Cameras in the skies. There are UAP all over that area. And I'm going to hopefully show you guys how to capture so that we can spread the word, get more people filming. And well, welcome, very welcome to the show. I don't normally do live feeds too often. I've only just started doing it because, as you just saw there, we've got UAP coming from behind this tree line, which is 260 yards away from my window. The camera's offset back a bit, so nothing can get close to the lens. We've had some really good captures, and like I say, yesterday, day before, we had a flying saucer appear with these dragon UAP as well. So really good stuff. Awesome. Awesome. Loving that. People arranging to meet up and do some more research. Fabulous. This is what it's all about, folks. And you know what? Do you know what I'm really excited about? We just started this. You know, here in the UK, it's been really miserable. It's the month of December, January. It's cold and horrible. But we've been waiting for this moment for it to just warm up, get a little bit lighter in the evenings, and we're gonna really go for it. Susan's already got her bag packed. She's got a tent ready. She's ready to go. Hell, she's ready to step on board. Absolutely. So for those that are new to the channel, Susan is the channel Sasquatch. For anyone that's wondering why we're calling her a big furry monster, it's been a joke now that's been going on for several days, actually. Can't wait to get on the live feed with you, Susan, and we're going to be capturing these UAP. It's going to be awesome. Fantastic. Thank you for your support as well last night on the Jeff Mara podcast. Those that did make a comment, honestly, like we're making waves here. You don't realise just making one comment like that, it really helps people. It makes people go, do you know what? I'm going to film. I'm going to put a camera in the sky, and that's the goal. That is the goal. I really don't want to be the only one, or I don't want my channel and my audience to be the only people that are capturing these things. We're not going to keep it to ourselves. We need this out there, guys, out there. Hey, dragon. Really fast. Just ridiculously fast, these things. Oh, awesome, Brandon. Hey, look, if you do any filming, please send it in to me, undercoveretuk@gmail.com. Send it in, I'll have a look, and if it's any good, I'll put it on the channel. And folks, please consider a membership as well. We want to get our members fully involved. We want to share all the evidence with you guys. We're all on Discord under one roof as well. Myself, Robert at Custodian File, John at Latchkey Hustle. We've got a remote viewer in there as well. So like, get a membership, get your Discord name to me. I can add you in, and yeah, it's just 24/7 communication with us. And there's nothing better than being in the loop with stuff that's happening in real time. You know, if someone's just had an amazing capture and you see it posted on the Discord, you know it's going to be hitting YouTube soon. It's going to be on Rumble. It'll be on X. But you guys will see it first. That's the plan. That's the goal. To encourage people to film the skies, and hopefully do more research, invest in better equipment, and just disclosure together. That's my motto. That's what I want to do, and I can't do it alone, folks. Cannot do it alone. Whoa, fast mover, let's go. It's all kicking off now. I did say as it gets closer to midday, we're going to start getting more of these things, and that is the case. It's happening. They're starting to show off a little bit. Wow, I just saw something out the window then. I thought it was a bird dipping down, coming close towards me, but then it just disappeared. And that was with my own eyes. That wasn't even on camera. So I get the feeling that they're right next to me, some of these things. Do you know what I need? I need someone to actually record me while I'm doing this. I need someone out there recording my window as well. I think we need to get more angles, more cameras. And keep your eyes peeled, folks. There are fast movers going along this tree line now. It's coming up to midday. This is what I call peak time. no red onion, no olives, everything else, and sweet onion sauce. Yeah. Get in there. Got a Subway on the way. Meatball marinara, sweet onion sauce, and all the vegetables. Sorry if I just made you guys hungry, but I'm starving. Is your favourite too, Tony? Yeah, awesome. Yeah, I love a meatball marinara. Me. Don't get don't get Subway too often, but when I do, I always go for the same thing. Well, it's either meatball marinara or it's the Italian BMT. Honestly, Brandon, I don't think they have any thrust. I don't think they have any thrust, mate. I think their technology is so far beyond what we understand. Whilst we're all looking for propulsion, it just doesn't exist. The way they move is, I think they have a special engine inside the craft, and it must draw energy from space or somewhere. But they don't leave anything. Sometimes like just a trace, but the infrared is great for night time. You can't see a black hockey puck at night, but you can see them with infrared. So yes, it's helpful. Ultraviolet camera, no idea, mate. Absolutely no idea. These are all things that we need to test this year. You know, think out of the box. We need to obviously we're going to turn up as a group of people, and we're going to have a few experiments going. Awesome. I'm Italian as well. I'm Italian as well. Yeah, I hear you trekking. Follow the sunshine, eh? Yes, Sue, get in there. Have you managed to find a charger for it as well? Because I just got really lucky and found one in my Leeds box, but otherwise I would have been stuck. I would have had to have found one. And I'm fairly sure, by the way, you can get one of those old school phone chargers, and it will fit in there. You can probably find one in like a local phone repair shop for like a fiver or something. Better yet, if you're struggling, what I would do is take the detector into your local town with you, and ask them to get them to turn it on using one of their plugs, and then buy that plug. That'd be the best bet. Oh, you have, yeah, awesome. Everyone's got a bag full of leads, right? It's just the way it is, you know. And then when you're putting those leads into the bag, you feel like you're just hoarding them, but there will be one day you'll need them, right? Awesome, Tony. Awesome, mate. Yeah, a lot of people like the nighttime stuff. Ah, there's this. another Dragon UAP there just come zipping across. Let me know in the comments if you do see something a bit larger, folks. We do get close-up captures. It's just timing. A little bit of luck and a bit of timing, but they do turn up. Oh, you're on the risk. You're on the risky right now, Tony. Brilliant. Yeah. Don't fall into the TV trying to look for little dots, mate. Please. And if you're Tony's wife and you can hear this, make sure he gets into bed. Just leave the traffic cone outside, all right? Bless her. You know you got to keep her when the wife's laughing at you while you're drunk, buddy. Brilliant. I've got to look at my microphone today, see if I can fix it. Otherwise, I'll be back on the headset, guys. But how was that last video, by the way? Did it sound okay coming through the headset? Oh, bless you. That's why you married her, right? Good stuff. small world. It's a small world. I was just talking to a guy in Scotland who saw the Jeff Mara podcast last night, and he's emailed me and he sent me some footage in. And he said, you know, check this out, it was taken in Scotland. And I said to him, I've seen this footage before. Someone else has sent me this footage before. And he said, yeah, that's my friend Paul. Big Papa Paul's Radio Control Adventures. It's his friend. And I was like, oh yeah, he's already sent it in and I've shown it. So brilliant stuff. But yeah, I just had a bit of deja vu this morning. I thought someone was trying to use someone else's evidence, but nope, they're just friends. Right, we're going to go 10 more minutes, guys, and I'm going to call it there. I don't know if we're going to see this saucer today. Probably will go past at some point, but I'm not going to have you guys hanging around all day. I'm going to get on with a video for this evening, and I've just got to get some more evidence out there from you guys, really, and just keep going. So, you know, obviously support the channel, make sure you're subscribed up, consider a membership, keep recording the skies and sending in the evidence. More importantly, that's the key. If we can all do that, we can push disclosure together. We don't need to wait for governments. Just got to wake a few people up, that's all. Quite a few people. Fast mover. Come on, we've got time. We've got time for a saucer if you want it. Oh, he's alive. He's alive. What's going on, Jay? Late night last night, wasn't it? They are wanting a controlled disclosure, yeah. I mean, that would be the case. That would be any logical thing to do, would be controlled disclosure. But whether the human race actually roll it out right, who knows? Went to bed at 5. You're nuts, mate. You're nuts. I went to bed when I messaged you because I was already a dead man walking. But then you fell asleep. That's all good, mate. It's all good. Oh. Oh. Well, we're still getting UAP. We're still getting them over this tree line here. We've had one every few minutes at least. Unbelievable. You won't want to be in this room with me then, Jay. It's got a little tiny setup here, and then to my right is a desk, and it's just full of stuff. You know, like when you use a table just to put stuff on, and that becomes that table. That's what this desk has become. I've got a cry cut machine in the corner of the room there. It's been sat there for 2 months, just waiting for me to get started. But I need to get this all cleared out first, so got loads to do, loads and loads to do. It'll be all out the window. Yeah, it's just stuff, mate. It's just random stuff. I've got a laptop on there. I've got leads everywhere. Extension leads, iPad cases, photo frames, mobile phones. I've got just junk. Just loads of junk on there. Oh God. What do you mean he wants a word? You blocked him. So don't give me that. I know you're winding me up right now. Hey, I sent him a video last night. You know, the one that I did for the response videos for polarity. Okay, because I felt like that was just the best video you can show anyone. It's got all the evidence there, right? I said to him, just watch this, mate, because you know, if you want to research what I'm doing, you probably want to just watch this video, and it kind of gives you disclosure in a stick. And he went, yeah, no problem. I need to check your channel out first, you know, before I can say any more to you. I'm sat there thinking, well, because you're so high profile, right? Like, you know, he's checking me out, and that's fine if he wants to check me out, but he's checking me out and he doesn't even know what I'm researching. You know? So already I know I'm not going to interview him. It's just one of them. He would ask Grok, yeah, he would ask Grok. Grok, is Undercover ET UK a real person? Is he showing real UAP? Ask Grok. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, if I hear the word Grok again come out of his mouth, I think he's going to end up on the block list as well. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with using AI, you know, just... Oh, don't even go there, Susan. Don't even engage with him, you'll be there for hours. I warned Jay before he put me in contact with him, but you know, he knew what he was doing. It's not even funny, buddy. It's not even funny, mate. I know you did, yeah. I know you did, but you know what? He's not bugged me since yesterday. I think he's just had enough. I can't say what I want to say to you. And you know what? I can, because I can just do it on WhatsApp. They don't sound any. Yeah, you're right. They know about it. It's not a case of if the military know. It's a case of how long have they known for. You know. How have I spelt that wrong? You're not going to get me to say it, right? But it's you just having one of them moments where you're reading something and you're seeing something else. Oh. Yeah. I was being nice, but all right. Here, Jay. I got some. I got a Subway on the way, mate. Meatball marinara. Toasted and cheese. All the sides. Tramp food. Oh well, trying to make you hungry didn't work then. I'll be a tramp. Why not? Go on, Susan. You know it. Well, why don't you buy them some food then, mate? Make yourself useful. Be a bit harsh, wouldn't it? You go into a Subway, there's loads of homeless people outside, and you just walk out with a 12-foot, a foot long sub. They got more money than you. And me, mate, and me. Just. Oh dear. Yeah, I'm just repeating the word that I just sent you on WhatsApp. Okay, just picture that, imagine that. I'm sure you can hear me saying it in your head. Oh, what's going on? We just had a dragon come past. What was that? Was that something else? Come on, Saucer. I'm going to call the stream soon. I want to see you. At the same time as what, Suze? Oh, you want this to continue while I'm doing a video? Is that what you're saying? I don't think I can do a live podcast while I'm trying to make a movie, Susu. It's going to be a little bit all over the place. It's either one or the other, unfortunately. Oh, you mean like do a live podcast, like have an interview with someone whilst we're looking at the tree line here? Is that what you're saying? I mean, at the moment I've only got like I've only got my mobile phone live, so I can't really split the screen up. I've got lots to learn, but I'm going to try my best. See if I can't get 2 cameras on the live stream so we can have a proper chat. I mean, if I do, if I was to do any talking, I'd have to turn the volume off on the live stream. Extra mic. You know, my actual microphone it seems to be crackling at the moment, so I've had to use the headset on my previous video. But I'm going to test it out today and see if there's any change. Oh, we've got a close-up capture of a hockey puck, by the way, guys. Oh wow, look at that. That's amazing, that is. So it's just above the building on the right-hand side, comes in the last 20 seconds, and it's just a flicker, guys, but when you stop it in the moment, it's a really clear puck. This is why we need to get more members in the Discord, so that when I go live, I can do a members only live feed, and we can all be in the Discord on our microphones chatting away, and not actually me talking and you guys typing. Come on, we've had one close hockey puck now. I'm tempted to stay live a little bit longer, see if we can't get that saucer. Welcome, buddy. Welcome to the live feed. We're live Wiltshire, England, and we are looking for these fast-moving objects, from which we've had one every couple of minutes now. One close up just a moment ago. The tree line here is 260 yards away from my camera. We've got a radio detector underneath the camera there, and hopefully we'll capture some more of these hockey pucks. Well, I'm confident. There's another one. Didn't take long, did it? So it just comes down from the top of the screen, dives right behind the bush there. Wasn't the clearest, but it is the same objects that we're seeing all the time. Be sure to click the live icon next to the volume. Whoa, there you go. There you go. We've got close up. It's all kicking off now. Now it's midday. We are capturing the close-ups, and this thing is pretty darn good. Wow. Get on the Facebook page if you want to see the images. I'm going to be posting them ASAP. As soon as I see them, I take the snippets and I post them. Really, really good capture, that one. The best so far today. Unbelievable. Unbelievable hockey puck. Undercover ET UK UFO/UAP evidence if you want to get involved on the Facebook group. tell you what, guys, I'll put it in the chat. That's the Facebook group. So just click on that link if you want to just have a quick look at what I posted up there. Yeah, so the Facebook link is there if you want to just see what we've just captured live on the live feed. Take a look. I've put the still shots on the Facebook group. Another one just darting behind. Do you know what? I'm tempted to keep going till 1 o'clock now because we've had the close-up capture and they're coming through more consistently, which means with the higher chance of a saucer coming through now. And I did this the other day. I didn't want to cut it too short because I felt like we was going to capture something. Hi Ross. Interesting, buddy. Very interesting. We've had so many captures out of Scotland as well, that part of the world, Northern Ireland, Scotland, all the way through. We've had loads. But yeah, not the first time I've heard of that they had a little bit of a war above. Interesting, Ross. If you get any footage, mate, you've only got to film the skies like I'm doing. Landscape, 20% zoom, film for 2 or 3 minutes, stop the video and then start recording again. Keep the files small. And if you want to send it in to me, I'll have a look at it, analyse it, and if you've caught anything, I will let you know. Wonderful. Did you see that orb just come across the screen there, guys? And this is why I'm hanging on, because I fully believe that this is a saucer, guys, and it's going to show itself. I really feel like it's going to show itself in a better way. So just keep watching, because the activity is getting high now. Awesome, buddy, awesome. Oh, look at this. Did you see that, folks? Look at this. That orb-looking thing has just checked out my line of sight, and I can tell you now, folks, that's like all the objects that have crossed the path of the lens or crossed the sight of the camera. They're not out of focus. Okay, it's a decent camera. We're seeing the birds come through clear as day. That object wasn't even moving fast, it was just hovering there, right? There's no chance in hell that was out of focus. It literally was just using its technology to avoid detection. That thing is a flying saucer, and it was hovering, and I do believe it's watching us, folks. I do believe that. I've got a picture of a hockey puck in a frame outside my window right now, and I feel like they are taking notice of the fact we're recording them. I'm going to keep streaming. I'm going to keep streaming. We're going to capture something else. Could be tracking, could be, mate. Oh, hockey puck, here we go. Bird. That was a really close capture of a bird then. And we've had so many of those just fly right through the lens. But always good, always good. Oh, there's a lot going on here. I don't think it made a difference, Susu, to be honest. I mean, I could pull it out again just to try and get some attention from these guys. Where's my head torch? Thing is, it's daytime, so they may not pick up on the light too well. But I mean, I can try. I'll leave it flashing, SOS style. Oh no, hang on. I might have taken the batteries out of this. I was trying to get my silent keyboard working. I did. I have taken my batteries out. Okay. A plan for another day, maybe. Ross, you can send it via email, bud. I'll write it in the chat. Can I sing? I wouldn't consider myself a good singer, although I have my moments. Yeah, brilliant. Please make sure you subscribe to the channel and feel free to go over all the videos. You know, I've got over 200 videos. Some are really, really compelling, and they are videos from all over the world. So just not just my captures. Captures from all over the world, and you're seeing the same objects as well, and a few different ones. So yeah, please get involved. If you want to be part of Disclosure, just join the channel, and the rest is history. We'll make it happen. It's just overwhelming evidence, you know. We've got so many people around the world that are filming the skies. It's just overwhelming. Awesome, buddy. Another hockey puck comes out from the tree line, darts across. Use the YouTube tools, folks, to, when you see an object, just quickly hit pause, go back 5 seconds, and then slow-mo, and you will see the object as it comes through. You'll get point of reference, everything, and that's what we need, folks. We need to have 100% evidence of this stuff. So yeah, just a little tip: if you decide to record, Ross, try and do what I've done here. So I'm not fully in the sky. I've got trees, I've got houses, a point of reference basically, so that I know that if anything darts from behind that tree, it's 260 yards away from my window. You know, that's the first thing. So I've got the distance right, and then it's just a case of looking at the speed, the plasma, the size of the object, the shape of it, and like generally you'll know after doing this a little while, you'll know which one's the UAP and which ones are the fast moving birds. What is that in the sky there? Something just flew across the sky and it just blinked at the end, like a black blink in the sky, that you could see it was travelling up there, and it was kind of like invisible. Keep your eyes peeled, guys. I just feel like we're going to capture something else. I've really got that feeling that we're going to get some clear shots soon. But I'm going to have to be strict and call it at 1 o'clock because I've got to get some stuff done today. Yeah, so Ross, if you go on to Amazon.com or anywhere really, any mobile phone repair place, you can pick up it's like a flexible bar with a clip, and it will be like the clip will just go over any phone. Okay, so it's universal, and you can just attach that to anything really, and have it set up so that it's completely stable. They only cost like a couple of quid, maybe a fiver. I mean, there's different types, different styles, so just look at one that would suit you and just go for it, mate. I've got one with quite a long arm, so what I'll do is I'll take a picture and show you my setup on the channel so that you can see what I'm doing and how I'm doing it. It's really simple, really, really simple. Couple of birds there. Come on. Couple more birds. No Gordon this morning. I hope he's doing all right. So for those that are new to the channel, Gordon, one of the viewers, he actually put some money forward so that we could get a new camera. And so now I'm using the new camera phone. The old phone was okay. We was getting captures, but we didn't have quality there. So we have stepped it up a little bit this past week. And of course, I named the saucer that we captured after Gordon because he supplied the money for the camera. So this is all public. This is all public funded so far. Everything we've done, all the experiments we've done, it's all public funded. We've also got people doing their own experiments and sending them in. So we've got Ben in Cornwall, he's throwing frisbees in the air and these things are going through the frisbees, right through the middle of them. He's also tried duct tape, that worked as well. He had a UAP go right through the middle of the duct tape. It really is amazing. And here's another one, MB, good morning. MB from Northern Ireland, Belfast, a regular UAP capturer, you could say. And MB, I'm explaining as you entered there because we've got a few people that are new to the channel which are in, so just want to show that there are enough people out there capturing no matter where you are in the world. Whoa, dragon! And that is a really, really clear capture. Again, this is now the clearest of the day, I think. Oh, it's close. It's close. Wow. It just jumps right across the screen. Bloody hell. Unbelievably fast. Looks like it might have a little bit of a red tinge to it as well, these ones. That's unbelievably good, that capture. So it's always the way, isn't it, Ross? Just the other day when I plugged the radio detector in, first time I'd ever used it, and while I plugged it in, it's turned it on, and while I'm trying to get my phone on, the thing starts going off like mad, you know, like the UAP were out there, and sure enough I started recording. Within 10 seconds it was just boom, just getting instant evidence. It's really annoying that we can't post pictures in the old chat here. So I'd love to just be able to post what I'm showing you guys. Yeah, it's pot luck, mate. You know, look, more dragons. It's pot luck, honestly. Depends whether they are on the way to your area in the moment. You know, whether you're putting the camera in the right direction as they come past. There's variables. There's variables. Yeah, I know what you mean, MB. And you know what's funny? Jay last night was looking over evidence, you know, online, and he can't unsee him now. Every time he looks at a clip, he's just looking for these Dragon UAP. Once you see him, you can't unsee him, you know? It's mad, isn't it? You know, while I was growing up, I always used to have a go at my dad for not looking at the road. You know, he would drive and he would be looking everywhere except in front of him. And it used to bug the hell out of me. But you know what? I understand why now. Why he was always looking up. Always looking up at the sky. Well, because when you see something, you can't unsee it. AI won't know whether there's ET in these craft or not. Yeah, I think they go right through the earth, mate, honestly. I think they go right through the earth and they travel, like they pop out in certain areas and go to wherever they're going. And I think this is, like where I am, I think this is just one of these areas, like behind this tree here, they just seem to be coming and going, you know? So, logic tells me that they can travel right through the earth. They can probably go from like here to the other side within like a minute, 2 minutes. There you go. There you go. It wouldn't surprise me at all. It wouldn't surprise me at all. You've got to remember, like what they just announced over in Egypt. You know, with the pyramids. Now, whether they knew about that a long time ago or not, they've announced it, right? Which means they're now slowly coming out with, you know, things that they found. Which means that they're either pushing disclosure or it's just random. That it just so happens they found this mega structure underneath there now. But ultimately, there'll be these structures all over the place. There'll be stuff under the ground that we just do not know about or understand. And these things, I'm sure, use tunnels and other means to get around. We've just got to be clever, got to be a little bit smart, and we have to collectively get as much evidence on these things as possible, because if we do that, governments around the world and scientists will get the funding for the right equipment so that they can study these things properly. You know, all we can do is point them in the right direction and put them on the right path. I'm not a scientist. I can't even pretend to understand exactly how this physics will work. So, yeah. And in all honesty, like I don't even believe or have a lot of faith in a lot of the scientists today, because I've shown this to several scientists and they are just like, yeah, that could be anything. You know, they're incompetent. They're incompetent. And it's partly down to incompetence. It's partly down to the fact that they have no funding for this type of thing. So we need to change that, guys. We need to change that. Something rapid. We're also going to be doing live UFO hunts in the UK, folks. So if you're in the UK, consider getting a membership. We're going to probably do the first one in around 2 weeks' time. I'm hoping. I'm going to give folks that are interested and want to come along, I'm going to give you guys a date. And we're going to start doing them into the summer as well. I think we need to, as a group, we need to get out and record, and we need to drag the public and get them involved as well. If people come along and ask why there's a group of us filming the skies, we can just tell them, you know, not only tell them, but show them what we're capturing and get more people involved. That's the plan. Raise awareness. Absolutely, Ross. Yeah, there's not enough of us. There's not enough of us. And the ones that are in the UK that are talking about it on YouTube, they're just not. Again, it's incompetence. They don't know what they're looking for. They're umming and ahhing, trying to convince the world that these things might exist, with evidence that they don't know where it come from. You know, it's these people made me. Honestly, I used to watch all the channels, and I used to get frustrated. I used to get really frustrated. So now I just do it, you know. I'm not, no. I'm in Chippenham, which is, it's about 30 miles from Bristol, 30 miles from Stonehenge. I'm kind of in the middle of the two. Interesting. I know there's a portal down south near Gosport, because I've got videos of these things leaving or entering. And funnily enough, I'm showing that tomorrow on the part 3 interview with Karen Rickson Thomas. So if you are interested and you want to see a portal and you want to see objects seemingly moving through the portal, we've got photos. What's that? Bird, yeah. Fast moving bird. So we've got these magpies that are hanging around in this area, and they do move fast through the sky. So I just have to always check. Let's have a little look, MB. Ah, nice. Nice. I'm gonna send you now what I've put on the Facebook group earlier on.
She smashed it.
I'm sending these over to you now, MB. Interesting. Ross, you've got to get that on camera. You've got to try and get that on camera if you can. Just stabilise landscape, zoom in 20%, and if you know they're there, zoom in all the way. You know, you'll eventually capture a really close capture. But yeah, if you think that's happening, buddy, you've got to get a camera on it. Yes, back camera always, never the front camera. Front camera's always got less megapixels than the back camera. And always side on as well. If you can, always landscape. Because landscape I can zoom in, I can change contrast and all that stuff. On the short videos where it's horizontal, vertical, can't do none of that. So yeah. And honestly, Ross, honestly, mate, and this is my promise to you, if you record, you will capture. I challenge you. I challenge you. Yeah, I keep hearing about this spraying of clouds. Honestly, I'm on the fence with that. The spraying is a real thing, but the amount in which they spray compared to the size of the sky doesn't add up. Do you see what I mean? Like they'll leave a long streak of whatever it is, chemicals, metals in the sky, whatever it is, right? The sky is a big ass sky. You know, for them to cover the sky with cloud, they would need more than just a couple of planes, guys. Now they might be spreading something that will eventually turn into cloud. You know, I'm not sure how it works, but yes, Sue, yes, we did. Me and my dad did. My brother's in complete denial. In fact, he's still in complete denial. Yeah, so he was in denial that day, and even when I show him this stuff, he's in complete denial. You know, but my mother, she's a believer. Me and my dad discussed that as I got a bit older. We discussed that, and that's when he let me know that he'd also seen a tic tac as well in the 50s, which explains why he's always looking out the window. Well, he was always looking out the window when driving a car. He obviously witnessed something back in the day, you know. Hiya, Aaron. Nice to see you, buddy. How are you? I know what you're saying there about the spraying and the planes, but these planes have passengers and they have flight paths. You know, they're going from an airport to a country. This, you know, there's no, we're going to quickly nip around Wiltshire and then we're going to go off to the Midlands and spray that. They are going from A to B. You know, they've got a designated flight path. So I just struggle with it. That's all. I'm not saying it's not a real thing. I'm just saying that there's a lot of conspiracy out there, and I don't buy into conspiracy too easily. I'm all about the facts, and so I struggle with stuff like that. You know, don't get me wrong. There's going to be a lot of truths that come out over the course of the next couple of months, and we're gonna learn about that stuff. Of course, they're still here, Jay. Oh, dragon, 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 dragon. We've got a very clear dragon there. Goes right across the screen. Ooh, that's a decent hockey puck, that one. Hello, Eggman. Good to see you again. For those that have just joined, we're live, Wiltshire, England. We've been capturing UAP pretty consistently this last hour and a half. It's been every so often, every couple of minutes, we've had a dragon come past. A lot of the time they've come from behind the tree line as well, which is 260 yards away from my house, away from my camera. So we are getting some objects zipping past way too fast for that distance, and we've had a few close-ups as well of dragon UAP, so it's only a matter of time, I think. Jay, I'm going to play that one maybe later or tomorrow. The more the merrier. The more the merrier. I keep saying I'm going to call this stream early. I am going to call the stream in 10 minutes, guys, because I have to get on and do other bits. So let's hope we get a nice compelling capture in the next 10 minutes. If you haven't already though, please watch my previous video regarding the UAP captures from this very spot. So we captured a saucer the other day. It is out there for people to see. It's got point of reference, everything you could possibly ask for in a UFO clip. So check it out and keep an eye out for tonight's video as well. Welcome to the live stream, the Alien Races book. Eggman, yes, we have. We've had lots of Dragon UAP passing through today, funnily enough. And it's a perfect day for it, really. Overcast, a little bit cold. There's not many bugs about at all. And yeah, we've captured some really good stuff. Couple of close hockey pucks. I've posted on the Facebook group as well. In case you guys want to be part of the Facebook group, I will post again the link to the group. So please get involved. Yeah, honestly, like, this is not the most entertaining thing in the world, but there are so many UAP over these trees. I have to be trying to record every day, just a little bit every day, to try and get as much evidence as I can and research as much as possible. And also this flying saucer, I feel it's been hovering around today, but it's just been a really big black orb. Okay, it's not. It's almost like it's just been out of focus when it goes past. But there's nothing in the sight of the camera that's been out of focus other than that one object. Okay, so every object that we've seen come through, we've always managed to see it quite clearly. There you go, another one. Hockey puck, just darts from behind the tree line there, goes right up to the top of the screen. Again, it's 260 yards away from my window. There's no way we will capture bugs that big coming from behind that tree line. And we've seen enough birds fly past to know what birds look like. So yeah. I am on TikTok, yeah, Undercover ET on TikTok. In fact, let me just double check. I don't always use TikTok, but I do have an account there. Yeah, Undercover ET UK on TikTok, Undercover ET on Rumble. And please, guys, share all the evidence. Like, we need the world to start pulling the phones out, start recording. This is disclosure in a nutshell. It really is. It's non-human intelligence, whether it be ET, interdimensional, extraterrestrial, we do not know, but it is non-human intelligence, and they're all over the place. You know, I challenge anyone to just pull your camera out, start recording. You will capture. This is not me just trying to have a fat ego. This is me just trying to stick to facts and to push the general public to record. That's it. There's no other agenda. And I would ask actually that everyone that wants to get involved with this topic, leave your egos at the door. Leave your egos at the door. There's not one person that knows everything about this subject, not one. And if you've not done much research on it, I suggest you do. Oh, I say that knowing full well that some of the conversations I've had the last 24 hours, a lot of people sort of messaging me, portraying that they know what they're talking about, having done 5% of the research I've done. So yeah, DMT, yeah, that's going to be an ego killer straight away. I can see that. It's more of a I'm going to freak you out. Goes from having a fat ego to not wanting to talk about it, right? The opposite effect. Yeah, man. Another one, Dragon UAP. A lot of people, you know what men are like. I'm the be all and end all, and I know everything, you know. And on this topic, everyone wants to be top dog. Everyone. And like I said earlier on, it's just unfortunate that there's a lot of UAP researchers out there that do not even know what a UAP looks like. Really, like they don't know how to capture one. They don't know nothing. You know. Jay made my point yesterday. He said, I want you to contact this guy called Philip. And I said, okay, what does he do? And he says he films at night. And I just went, well, he's not going to have a clue about what I'm doing then. And sure enough, I messaged him. And he couldn't tell whether what I was filming was a UAP or a bug. And this is a UFO researcher, you know? I just said to him, just do your research and get back to me. And I suggest you watch my channel to do that research. Polarity was the same. Josh at Polarity was the same. You know, shat on my research, and then when I did a response video which just has undeniable evidence, he tucked his tail, told his audience that he wouldn't be responding to me and that it's not worth his time. When actually, he's an idiot. It's fully worth his time. He just doesn't want to admit to his audience that he was wrong, you know? And that's ego. That's ego that needs to be left at the back door. Because if I'm wrong about anything, I'll just say it. You know, I don't care. I just really don't. I'm just human. If I make a mistake, I make a mistake. Yes, yeah. If you the thumbnails do it all. You can go to any channel, any UFO channel, look at the thumbnails, look at the titles, and then watch it, and you'll be disappointed almost every time because the title doesn't back up what they're saying. And that's, I just don't go down that road. I just don't. Anything that if you see me, if I put up there breaking news, it's because I have breaking news. It's not because there's something that could be or might be like it's genuine breaking news. And I've only done that twice in 8 months, just to give you a hint. It doesn't happen often. Yeah, and you know what, guys? Be vocal. Like, tell them. You know, when you watch the video, just tell them straight up. Look, you know, you're putting the title there, you're putting the thumbnail there. It turns out you're not even sure what you're showing people. You know, like just tell them. It's got to a point where disclosure is coming. It's round the corner, and there will be people that get called out because they're clearly in it to make money and they don't know anything. You know, so it's up to them. Like, they can be on the right side of disclosure or they can be on the wrong side, you know? There's always going to be people on both sides. And you know, by the way, anyone who sells UAP evidence to TV stations, documentaries, you know, all that stuff, terrible, terrible. You choose the Jedi. I've met someone whose religion is Jedi, mate. And he was walking around with the brown robe. He even said, "May the Force be with you," when I left. I said, "It's nice meeting you," and he went, "May the Force be with you." I'm telling you, man, there's some people out there. But do you know what? Do you know what the crazy thing is? We're laughing about this guy, right? But his religion is probably closer than any other like religion to what the truth actually is. It's probably like right up there, you know, like there's clearly a force or a power that we don't know about, you know. But I'm sure he was just doing it for the gag, you know, like. But the reality is, he's probably quite a lot closer to the truth than what we know. Not saying that there's a group of Jedi going around, but there's probably some beings that can move some stuff without actually touching it, right? Like, they probably got some kind of telekinesis ability that makes them able to do that. I don't know. Awesome, MB. Who is Philip? That's the question, Susan. That's the question. Who is Philip? All right, guys. I'm gonna call it a day there. I think we've done all we can. It looks quite overcast. Yeah, there's going to be UAP going past all day, but I have to get on and crack on with a video for tonight if I can. So I'm going to try and get one out and share some of the public's evidence. Oh, that was nice. That was nice. Let's just have a quick look at that one. It's just come along there right at the end. Nice, nice, nice. Not even funny. Not even funny. Yeah, cheers all. Appreciate you. Please tune in later on for the video that I'll be doing. I've got loads of good stuff to show you guys. Stuff from San Diego, UK, just loads. So yeah, check it out, guys. Thank you so much for your time. Make sure you hit the like button, the subscribe button, consider a membership. You know the drill. And I will catch you all on the next one. Thank you very much. You got to laugh, Eggman. You got to laugh. Take care. All the best, guys. I'll catch up with you soon. Bye bye for now.